Good Wednesday evening and welcome to Cooking with Comfort with Devonna. It's Wednesday and today I'm going to make some potato soup. It's about 62 degrees outside and a perfect evening for some warm potato soup and cornbread. So I already have cornbread in the oven. And this is some potato soup that's come from a family recipe, actually from my big brother Calvin. And I've just adapted it. He makes potato soup all the time. I grew up eating it and love it, and it's always good on a cool day or a cold winter day, or just any day really if you like potato soup like we do. This is a little cookbook of my own that I keep, and it's stuck. Hang on. See, it says Devonna's Cookbook on it. Well, this is something that I keep. Write down things that I make that I like or have adopted from other recipes from people in my family or friends or stuff I found. Alright, so today I am sharing a recipe from my brother that I've just adapted. Alright, so I peeled about 4 or 5 pounds of potatoes, diced them up. I also diced up a small medium onion and put it in there, and I boiled it in the pan here. It's still at a slow boil, so I'm gonna kind of turn up my temperature just a little bit because I want it to be thick. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I used to buy the name brand Argo and everything else. Now I found out that a lot of things don't require the name brand, and they're very good. So I put about 2 tablespoons of that in there. That cornstarch to thicken it up, stir it around there. And that'll thicken that up. Then I'm going to start adding my salt and pepper and stuff that I like to put in it. Now also, you can add that cornstarch in a little bit of cold milk or cold water, and that makes it easier to dissolve up. So next I'm going to put in some salt, about a tablespoon. And I'm going to put in pepper, about a tablespoon. Okay. And then I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Okay. Stir that around. Alright, then I like a little cumin in there. So about a tablespoon of that. Where's it at? There you go. Stir that in. Alright, so now I have 3 tablespoons of butter that I'm going to drop in, already pre-cut. And then about a half of a slab of cheese. You might use Velveeta, you might have some other brand. This is just Clancy's, it's just like Velveeta, I love it. Get that at Aldi, went there today. So I've already got it kind of cut, and I just drop it in there and let it begin to melt. Make sure you reduce your heat to about 3 or 4. When you're boiling it, you'll boil it back on 6 or 7. Just adding this cheese in real time for you here. So, my daughter took her AP exam today for English, and hopefully she aced that like she does everything else. Did any of you see the post I posted yesterday? She made drum major for her senior year. How time does fly. Our best friend Sierra made it too, so I'm real happy for those two that they'll get to share in that moment at Spencer County and the band together this year. So there I've added in the half a block of cheese to melt. And I reduce the heat down. I'm just going to stir that around. So in a few moments, when some of this cheese melts on down, I'm going to add the cream in. And then basically it's ready to eat. And you just top it off with some bacon bits. It'll melt pretty fast, the cheese will, if you have that soft Velveeta type or Clancy's cheese like I used. Alright, so I am going to put in the cream next. I've already got 1 can of carnation cream. You have to shake that so you can get the cream that's settled to mix back in. So I already have the top cut off of the can, so I'm just going to add that in. We're going to have a very rich and creamy potato soup. You know, the sign of a cook is a messy stove, and that I have right now until I get it cleaned up. Alright folks, so there's how I make my potato soup. There we go. Rich and creamy potato soup. Yum, yum. Have a good evening.